Okay, we are live to the interwebs. Hello, everybody.
Hi
Hello,
there.
hello. Welcome to another edition of Lupus Live. I'm Alex, Digital Assets Manager at the Lupus Foundation of America, Greater Ohio chapter. That is Suzanne Tierney, the
Greetings, everybody.
CEO of the chapter and the living lupus legend, as we like to call her around here. And we are gearing up for Columbus. We've got
Yay,
2 days,
Columbus. Here we come.
about 48 hours. We'll be winding down actually in about 48 hours. We'll be rounding the corner coming back from the walk. So we just wanted to jump on, give everybody an update, and we also have a special guest, which I will bring on right now. It is Tiffany Thies.
Hey,
Hello,
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Hi.
Hello.
So, greetings, everyone. Welcome, and thanks for spending a few minutes of your precious time with us. We just wanted to chime in and talk about the walk a little bit. It's coming up on Saturday, and what we're doing, and we wanted to talk to Tiffany. So, Tiffany here is a real lupus warrior. She's been coming to the walk for longer than I can remember, actually, before I even was champion the Columbus area. So, kudos, Tiffany. So, Tiffany, I'm assuming you have lupus, right?
I do have lupus. I was diagnosed in 2006.
And so you want to share your 2-minute commercial of fame here about your journey?
Certainly. I was having problems with water weight, basically, and joint pain, and went to my family physician, and she said, I think you have rheumatoid arthritis. And so she sent me to her favorite rheumatologist here in Columbus, Dr. Whistler I believe he was with OSU at that time. And when I went from Dr. Whistler, he did some blood work, did some testing, and he's like, I don't think it's arthritis. I don't think that's what's going on. And he did the blood work and he set me up with a kidney specialist, which was his favorite kidney specialist. So I went from my family doctor's favorite doctor to the rheumatologist's favorite doctor, which my absolute favorite kidney nephrologist specialist is Dr. William Wilmer, right across the street from St. Anne's Hospital. He has been my physician since 2006 and has gotten my lupus under control. I have only had one flare up since I was diagnosed. That's due to a whole lot of stress that I had going on at the time. But I gained like 30 pounds of water weight. I had to do a round of chemotherapy. I had to do a round of Cytoxin. I had a lot going on right away and was in really bad shape of almost kidney failure. But my Dr. Wilmer was able to get everything under control. I was on lots of prednisone, lots of different medications. And now I've gotten under control that I don't take any prednisone. I only take mycophenolate or Celsep. I take that once a day or twice a day, and that is the only actual lupus medication that I take. I take some blood pressure medication to keep my filters nice and open around my kidneys, and that's all I really have to take in regards to my lupus. I'm not the poster child for this disease at all. I am super fortunate of the doctor that I found and just keeping up with, good health and trying to take care of myself. But I am far from the normal patient that goes through so much struggle of finding a doctor and finding what is wrong, that I am just super fortunate and try to help out others as I can.
Stay with us.
Every time.
Stay with us.
We're a nonprofit, folks.
Actually, this doesn't happen that often. We do this a lot.
It
So
only happens when we go live.
when we go live, they don't want us to be live.
Yeah.
I am in awe over this. So, today, so you have lupus nephritis. You had lupus nephritis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine is between level 3
Wow.
and 4.
So I didn't realize this, and I apologize for my ignorance because I've been doing this a lot. Realize the percentage of how many fellow Lupians had lupus nephritis. Okay.
Yep.
So if they have it, they don't talk about it. All right. But today, we have so many drugs for it where we didn't have them before.
Correct.
All right. So you're in
And
a much better place. But
Oh, yeah. The
Go ahead.
medication that I'm on, my doctor was one of the group at OSU, uh, while doing university work, that they basically specialized in trying to find a medication that helped the patients, and it's actually an anti-rejection drug. So it's a medication that's basically making my body not reject my own kidneys. Is basically what
Cool.
it's doing. So I'm not rejecting. My kidneys are wanting to continue to work inside my body. I don't need new ones. He hasn't had to put anybody on dialysis with lupus in a really long time, at least when I was originally diagnosed. I haven't asked in a while about that, but to my knowledge, he hasn't had many lupus patients that he's had to put on dialysis because of their lupus.
Well, that's great. That's all good stuff because we are concerned at the high numbers that are impacted with their kidneys because it's really serious.
Oh, very
And
much
it's
so.
silent. It's silent. We can't see that you're sick, you know?
Nope,
Uh,
not at all. You have no
not at
idea.
all. You have no idea. But you've been coming to, even though you're in remission, this is all good news. And I'm going to tell you why. There's people out there who are diagnosed with this stuff. They're scared to death. They don't
Oh, yeah.
think that they can work. They don't think they
I actually have a
can have families.
coworker.
They don't think a lot of things. They got it wrong. Okay. So a testimony to say, I got it. I did. Do you have a family, a dog, anything? What do you got?
I have 2 cats.
You have 2 cats. Okay.
I have 2 cats,
But
2
you are
very,
able,
very
able to
ornery
work.
cats.
Okay. And you're able to work, right?
I'm very much able to work. I work Monday
So
through
you're able
Friday.
to work.
I do data entry Monday through Friday, and to be out and social, I work at a restaurant on the weekends and have been doing that. I've been working in restaurants since I was way younger. About
Wow.
97
Wow.
is when I
Well,
started working in restaurants.
yeah, and I can tell you, for those of you that do frequent restaurants, please be kind to your waitresses. We're in such. My family has an Italian restaurant, and I got to tell you, it's tough. I look at those waitresses and go, why are they taking this abuse? Okay, because today it's very difficult to make people happy. The
It is.
expectations are not real. And it's just, and there's not enough of you, so you're doing more work than you should be doing. So kudos to all those servers in restaurants. Great job. And to you too, Tiffany. Great job.
Thank you.
Talk about the walk. Why are you so excited about the walk? You've really, so, the walk can be competitive. It's really meant to gather people within the lupus community to come together for education and to help us raise funds, local funds, so that we can keep those funds locally by removing barriers to care or to doing programs. So this year's a little competitive as it was last year. We threw in a couple competitions along the way.
Yep.
So but you've been coming a long time. It's really not about those prizes. So tell us why you walk.
It's not about the prizes. I do definitely like the prizes. I mean, I've got quite a few bags. I got an amazing hat, my favorite hat. You guys did the first year, that has the gorgeous embroidery and the
The
lupus in the
colors,
brim.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that is my favorite hat of all of my lupus hats that I have. But I've been doing this for a really long time, and it's more about helping the other patients that can't, that literally just can't. And so I'm good. I'm okay. I'm not having the struggles that so many other patients are. So I want to continue to help them, because there'll be a time when I can't, and I'll need that help. So I'm helping when I can, so that later on, when I need that help,
Yeah.
it'll be available to me.
I always say, and walk with you to start, but kudos to those of you. And if you can't walk, you can walk with me, or you can just hang out, be an angel in the crowd, or be a cheerleader. We really look for your family and friends to do the heavy lifting, the walking, and to be there to be supportive. And so let's talk about how'd you raise so much money?
I have fantastic coworkers at both of my jobs. They've been supporting the walk for years with me. I do a simple thing that I bribe them with sugar. I am literally just making chocolate covered pretzels and bribing them with
The
sugar,
magic formula.
the magic formula of sugar and salt.
Mhm.
I
There you
take them in
go.
on the weekends to the restaurant workers that are hungry and want a snack. I take it into the office to the ones that are also hungry and have that 3 o'clock lull that you're just tired and you need a little snack. They just have been so supportive and so helpful throughout the years that sometimes they get a little bit more aggressive and more excited about the walks. I have a couple of bosses that are amazing and a little competitive, and so they said, we'll sponsor you. We'll get you over the top this year to make sure that you have a great turnout, a great walk this year." And so they apparently glitched your system and or you guys
Yeah,
and making
I
you
was.
think that the system wasn't quite right yesterday or this week.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was telling her, Suzanne, I forget what day it was, maybe Tuesday, I think that was, where it came through, and I had, as I do, I check usually every morning while I'm having breakfast and getting ready from home from my phone or whatever. I'll just check the platform and see where we're at and see what came in overnight. So I checked, and it was good. And then I drove to work and I logged in and got started for the day. And I'm like, hold on, it was like 2,000 or 2,500 higher, and I'm like, there has to be like a glitch or something because like I literally just checked this a half hour ago. No, it was Tiffany.
So
Tiffany
Yep.
where
did it.
are you? How much did you raise? Where you at?
I think when I last looked, I'm personally at 2,800. And then my team is at 3,400 or thereabouts, or almost 3,500. And honestly, all of it, all of that is actually me. My two teammates, one is my sister and one is my mom. And so a lot of my pretzel sales, I'll basically take some of my pretzel sales and I'll put it on to my mom and get her registered so that she can get a prize and get something. And then same thing for my sister, that all of the funds that I raised for from pretzel sales and stuff, that I put it on her name. She puts in, they both put in the $20 to register, but I put on
Hmm.
the extra funds so they both can get prizes at the walk. So the 34 67 that I'm at right now, but I also still have like another 50 or so that I'll be putting on for myself. Will get us up over $3,500. And actually, that, like I said, that is really all me, except for like $40. That's my mom and my sister.
Wow, good for you. Well, we're really, really grateful for your efforts. And so you have a team. So how many of the team will be coming with you?
All three of us. It's my mom and my sister and me.
Hmm.
Danielle is our other team member that we actually met at
The
I think it
walk.
was Wolf Park. I
Yeah.
think I forget which
Yeah.
park it was. One of the parks that we were at, that
Hmm.
we did the group picture, and there's the building behind us in that group picture. She came to
I
that because
remember it. I remember it.
her mother has lupus, and so she is one of our team members, and she normally comes with us, but we met her there, and she moved from out of town, just moved to Columbus, joined the walk that day or that week, and she was by herself with this adorable little wiener dog, and we're like, well, you can walk with us. And so we then made a team, and so she is the Fergie of the Thede Fergie butterflies.
Yeah.
That Fergie is for her mom because she has lupus. She won't be able to make
Mm.
it because she was just dealing with COVID. She just got COVID at
Mm.
the
Oh
beginning of the
boy.
month and just wants to stay safe and stay away from all the patients and keep them safe.
Right.
So she still donated, but didn't isn't going to be walking this year.
Wow. So, well, we're thinking of her and we're really grateful. Really, really grateful. And yes, sometimes it's not just the patient, it's the family or families that are remembering patients that have gone
Yep.
before us. So we want to keep them in mind too. But it's really about rallying, creating some awareness. All the things that we pushed out here, it creates awareness. I will say I'm a little challenged with Columbus. Maybe frustrated would be the word, and I think I need some guidance. I'm trying to build a core group down there to energize our fellow constituents in Columbus So the office is in Cleveland, okay, and this chapter
Yep.
started in Cleveland, so it makes sense that we have a stronger base here in Cleveland. But we've been serving the Columbus area for, I'm sure it's almost 10 years now. But it's been very difficult.
You guys started down here in 2010. I
Okay,
believe
thank
was
you.
your guys' first walk
Okay.
down here.
Right. So we've done educational programs, we do support groups, we do new patient classes. Right now, we're doing a lot of online educational summits.
Yep.
COVID
Definitely
mania
messed
kind
with
of
us a
threw
little bit.
the whole state it messed with, and
It very much
because
did.
our next stronger base was Cincinnati, and we chose to do Columbus this year because it's the state capital, and we did have some good, wonderful things that came out of the state capitol. And so we wanted to, but we are looking to create a focus group in Columbus, and a mini advocacy group to like tagline the board. So we can see, every community is different. And
Yep.
I haven't figured Columbus out yet.
We're a hard nut to crack.
I can't get you out of playing my sandbox. Come on over. I want to hug you. I want to kiss you. I want to play.
We're doing
Okay.
good. We have more people registered this year than we did last year.
Did we really?
We're building. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're building.
I think my favorite one was the baseball park. Although it was 100 degrees that day, we all had purple umbrellas.
Yep.
But
that was a good park. That was a good time.
That was a good one. And the other one was the little park with the gazebo with the water spouting out all over it. They didn't like us there because there was too many of us there, but that's okay. It was great. But what a beautiful city.
Yes,
we're looking forward to come down. I think Alex is leaving at 4 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning. Alex is leaving. He'll be coming down with the truck.
It's only 2 hours to get here.
Yeah, but
I know, but we got to set everything
someone's got to open all those tents, put all those flags up. We used to have a stronger base of volunteers down there too, but they've aged or have gotten sick. Lots happened in 5 years to people. But come on down. We're going to have a hula hoop expert there. We're going to learn. I didn't know that hula hoops had weights and you just couldn't put a plastic thing around your waist and expect miracles. So she's going to show us how to hula hoop and have some fun. We have a character guy there, right?
Guy, yeah. Steve from last year is back. Everybody seemed to like him, so we rebooked him. He'll be there. We'll bring our pony show. You'll have all of us. McKenna will be there taking pictures of everybody at the social media tent. We have a new banner this year, so it'll be better, I think, more picturesque for people. The other one was getting a little weathered, so we replaced that this year. We'll have some cornhole set up, and I don't even know if you knew this, Tiffany, but you actually now, because of the other day, you get your own tent now because you're part of the Diamond Club.
Oh,
so
wow.
You'll have your own team tent. It'll be right next to Rosie. Maybe we'll have you guys wrestle it out depending on who ends up being the top fundraiser. Maybe that'll be the time.
See, and I thought I needed needed all of those funds before like the walk like 2-3 weeks ago. Didn't even know we were going to get a tent this year.
Going in and out.
Pretty excited about that tent this year.
Wonder if we got the storms we got. Did you have the storms we had? Because most of us have been out of power for the last week.
No, we hadn't.
Here in Cleveland,
we did not get hit like you guys did. We have gotten hit
we got
in the
hit.
past like you guys did, but we did not get those recent storms at all.
Yeah,
it just
rough.
swept
We
across
still
the
have
lake.
people that don't have power. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So this year we had we had a lot of contests this year. Okay. And, but we're having the Diamond Club. All right. So the Diamond Club, you and your team get your own tent. You get your own bucket of pop and chips, and you get your own, you're going to get a t-shirt. It'll have your name with a diamond on it, although you may not get it by Saturday because of power. The t-shirt guy's power has been out for a week, so we'll have to mail you that. But you know,
got everything else, which was a miracle.
Miracle yesterday.
Local suppliers for everything, which until a tornado hits, or 4 tornadoes for that matter, hit Northeast Ohio 2 weeks before your event, and we're like, crap! Now nobody has power.
Nobody
Can't
has
get us
power.
anything.
So
But
we
we got everything except the diamond T-shirts.
Yeah,
So
we no, I
Yeah,
didn't
but-
get.
Not
I didn't
bad.
get a couple of things, but anyhow, we have hiccups, but it's okay. They weren't big ones. It could have been worse.
yeah, way worse.
So yeah, so you know, there's an opportunity, and even someone's still out there. They have until tomorrow's right. Tomorrow's the date,
Yeah, I mean,
the
yeah,
17th
tomorrow
for the
evening, I'll
Washington
put
Well-
trip. Have you ever been to Washington before?
I've been to Washington quite a few times for different things, work as well as just vacation. We went to the cherry blossoms a few years back. It was absolutely
Love it.
gorgeous going around the
Gorgeous.
the
We actually missed that part of it because we come
Yeah.
right after the cherries. Yeah. But I
It's
know
absolutely
Rosie and I
gorgeous.
went last. Yeah, Rosie and I and about actually there wound up to be like 12 of us
yeah,
that
Oh,
wound
wow.
up.
other ones.
Yeah, there was total surprise to me. It was like, where'd these people all come from? So there's people who just sign up or pay on their own,
Yeah.
or someone gives them a scholarship. So I'm sitting at a table, and little by little, my group got bigger and bigger and bigger. But what a privilege! And I have to say, it's exhausting. You know,
Oh,
I
of
thought I was
course.
gonna. You know, I went back to my hotel room. I thought I was gonna die in that hotel room because the walking was like, oh my God.
DC
And I
is a lot
finally
of
made it to
walking.
the. Oh my God. And then every year they always do this picture in front of the Capitol. I never make it. I never make it because it's so far from where I'm giving a testimony to. And then I got to walk. I made it. I was pushing Nikki in a wheelchair. And I think that's the only reason I made it. I had something to hang on to. But
Well,
it was
if you need
exhausting.
if you need an arm, I will walk with you. I am very happy to do that.
Oh my God, bless your heart. I don't know if I can make it this year. If not, Alex may have to fill in for me. And that'll be another adventure. But yeah, so there's a competition going on. And there's another lady in the wing. We haven't heard from her. I thought she was chiming in. I know she's been collecting money on the side. And sometimes people wait till the very last minute, or they got to make sure they actually have the money in their hand too.
Right.
So you know, it's competitive. Hopefully it's a fun competition, and
It's all for the same
it's
cause.
all for the same cause.
You guys get all the money for the state of Ohio, so that's all that
Oh
matters.
God, you know. So let's talk about that. So I had no idea, and again, I don't know why I'm so busy working all the time. How many of our constituents set aside their pills for groceries? Okay.
Oh wow.
A lot of the and even people who have co-pays can't afford the co-pays. Okay. So, you know, we did our best. We went to the state capitol, and Alex held my coat and pushed me around, and we knocked on doors. We went to all the
I
legislators.
talked a little bit too.
He did. He did. He's been a sponge now. He can probably do my job, which is great.
Oh, I wasn't dressed
He
like
he's
that.
heard me repeat the same message over and over. We need help. No one pays attention to us. And you can see that in the walk. We don't have any sponsors for the walk this year. Okay, not
Yeah.
one. And every time we ask, corporate America is pulling back. They want their staff to be involved first, or they're giving staffing hours credit for volunteerism. But their bottom lines aren't what they used to be, and they're already supporting charities that they've invested in. So
Right.
Lupus came in on the tail end, so it's very, very difficult. We don't have a development officer here because we can't afford one. They're like over $100,000 a year, and we'd rather spend that on the people we serve. So, but in any event, we removed a lot of barriers to care this. We helped them rides to their doctor's appointments. Some people couldn't afford their co-pays, so they didn't go back to their doctors. So we helped them with co-pays. Some people, support groups weren't a fit and they needed more help. So we got them help with mental health. All right. And we do a lot of support groups. We have, I think, over 500 people in our support groups. Our educational programs were in the hundreds, in person and via the internet. Of course, now we have the other ways to communicate. We do the podcast, the digital magazine, the blog, the emails, the website. Our Google ranking is huge. We were able to get a Google grant So we know that more people have heard of lupus. Now we got to get them to understand what it is. All right.
Yes.
And until we do that, we're not going to find a cause or a cure. They got to know it before we can get rid of it. All right. But the good news is there's more research going on today than ever before. Okay. And this chapter and the LFA plays a huge role in pushing those advocacy's arms through the federal government. So NIH got money, CDC got money, DOD got money. Everybody got big dollars to continue the much needed research. And I'm really excited because honestly, I didn't think I'd live to see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was printing out like the fact signs that we put along the walk route and stuff. And I think it was something like $795 million of federal money in the last 5 years. I think it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh crap.
And you should have seen when I was leading the crowd in Washington when we sat down with the first legislator. And, it's pretty intimidating. So everybody's just sitting there. And they were all given tasks, but all of a sudden, it's so real and everybody just froze. So here's me asking for millions of dollars. Oh, yeah, and can we have these many millions for this? And it was like...
which is a different approach that we take.
Oh, yeah, we're just trying to get 100.
Suzanne's like,
millions.
Actually, the last time, which we'll be going back here in the spring,
we will
for the next state budget cycle. But the last time, we were lucky enough to have so much support that about the fifth meeting, Adrian, Suzanne, and I were sitting there, and they were like, "Are you sure this is all you want to ask for?" Because we did ask for a little increase, but we didn't want to push our luck.
Right.
He was like, "This isn't enough." And we were like, "Well, we totally agree, sir. Yes.
We'll take as much as you'll give us, but
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm thinking this," and we were like, "That sounds perfect." He was like, "I'll sponsor the bill and I'll amend it." We were like, "Okay."
So we had support on both sides of the aisle. We had one that was not so pleasant, but okay, we got through that. And some people just don't understand why don't we raise all the money ourselves. It's because our patients are so sick and they don't look sick they've gone from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, from drug to drug to drug. It is really a cruel and mysterious disease. Mm-hmm. And
some patients go years and years without being diagnosed. Years.
Right. Yeah.
I was super fortunate that I was diagnosed basically within months of like a severe situation of the water weight and the joint pain and everything. I was super fortunate that I was literally within just a couple of months, where other people are literal years of multiple doctors, and they're just, they try all these different doctors, and the doctors it's not that they're not listening, but they're not listening. They're listening to the problems, but it's like they're not hearing all of the problems, because they're like all of us, they are super busy, but they really do need to stop and truly listen to these patients so they can find what's the root cause of their problems. And it's just so hard.
That's funny you mentioned that. Maybe we got to get you on staff, because that was a perfect segue. So we're switching the format kind of this next summit that we're doing in September. It'll be in Cleveland, but it'll be virtual, as we mentioned before. All of our programs are now. But it's called What's Up Doc, and essentially the premise behind it was just like you said. Like, a lot of patients have, Suzanne and Adrian, they'll always help people to go in with their notebooks of everything that's happened in the last 90 days, 4 months, or whatever. It's only half to talk with every discussion. In Cleveland, so a little bit of a different format, but that's kind of what we're trying to address. Is because monitoring the Q&As at our programs is impossible. Let me just tell you guys, I love you all, but it is and then some people get frustrated, and I'm like, it looks crazy.
But we have a lot of questions.
Right, yeah, exactly. So
we
were like, okay, instead of having the doctors making presentations and stuff, why don't we just get everybody in front of them where they can ask the questions that they want answered, because it's impossible to get all the Q&A questions answered.
Oh yeah. Looks like we're having a little bit of difficulty. I hope they are going to be signing back in shortly. If you haven't registered for the walk, please do so. It'll help raise some money for here in Columbus, as well as the full state of Ohio. The team is working on getting their connection back at this moment. I apologize for any inconveniences.